Guys, welcome back to Spider Lore, and we're going to talk about Laststand Spider-Man, which really has a really nice costume. We're going to jump into that, and we're going to discuss that right now. Laststand Spider-Man's first appearance was Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 53, back in 2003. The Spider-Man of Earth 312500 is a much older, more pessimistic alternative to the traditional Peter Parker. That's reflected in his costume designed by John Romita Jr., which is more rugged and utilitarian take on the classic Spider-Man design. This version of Spider-Man is a possible future of Peter Parker, seen in the view of the future of Madam Web. In that version, Peter killed Kraven the Hunter to avenge the deaths of Kane and Maddie Franklin. That decision made drastic changes to his life, making Peter more dark and deadly. He ended up hurting his loved ones and friends, and was soon expelled from the Avengers. He adopted a new attitude and a costume as an anti-hero, and made choices like killing Dr. Octopus, bypassing his own tentacle through his heart. Years later, Peter, an old man on the run from the NYPD, visited his Aunt May's grave, aware that his younger self was hiding in the shadows. Peter was confronted by the NYPD, and though he was given the chance to surrender and admitted to his crimes, he refused and fought the NYPD before fatally being shot down and killed. Now, that's pretty much all the true lore about this character that I have in my possession. He doesn't pop up in anything else, which is a serious issue, honestly, because I want to see more of Laststand Spider-Man. Maybe they'll do like a Spider-Geddon is the event right now, or Spider Catastrophe. I can't remember what the event is right now, but I'm hoping that maybe that since Spider Cop is real now, we'll finally get, you know, more Spider-Man. We'll probably get to see Laststand Spider-Man. They're probably Madam Web or somebody will bring him back to life, because he's actually quite useful, even though he's, you know, a darker, more gritty version of Peter Parker. He might actually be more useful. He may have more insight on some of the villains, or he might have more insight on, you know, how to solve some other problems that the other Peter Parkers don't, which I haven't really seen a lot of the other Peter Parker. I know there's a spider T-Rex. I want to learn some more about that. I really want to learn some more about that. That might be really cool to actually just learn about, because I saw that in the trailer. Not trailer, I saw it in some preview images of the Spider-Geddon event, and I was like, huh, that looks really cool. Also, I saw Spider Cop, so it was actually pretty cool to me too. So I was like, I want to know what Spider T-Rex is like. How does this T-Rex get spider powers? And I was like, hey, let's talk about that. But hopefully I'll get more info on Spider T-Rex. That way I can do a Spider Lore video on Spider T-Rex, which is actually really cool. But I really hope that one day we could see, you know, more Laststand Spider. I really like his costume, and I feel like it was a growing point for Peter Parker. You know, he's an old man. He doesn't want to wear tights anymore, spandex. So I really feel like I would really like to, you know, have him like appear in another event. Just do another Elseworld event, and, you know, show a lot of the repercussions of Spider-Man's death in that universe. You know, show them attending his funeral, and just them talking about the good times of Spider-Man. But, you know, also show a little bit more of the character and how Peter has developed as a character going forward, but going before that. And that would be very interesting to look at, because every time I, you know, look at stuff for Laststand Spider-Man, I get more and more interested on what turned this man from great responsibility to, you know, cold-blooded murderer. And that's kind of, I want to see more of that character. I want to see more of the psychological impacts, some of the actions that he did impacts the Marvel Universe and the people around him and the heroes around him, because he's an old man by now. So, you know, people around him are old too, like Cap and Iron Man and all the other characters. And I want to see how it impacted them, you know, seeing one of their friends and colleagues gunned down in the street because he couldn't take it anymore, which is a really big character leap for Spider-Man in all honesty. Alright guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.